excited to be back in Bermuda. I was here for our 2019 summit. That's where this came from. And there are three things we're going to talk about in today's session. First, we're going to define what this concept of destination optimization is and how it can benefit the tourism community here in Bermuda. Then there are three things that BTA has been doing for a number of years now and is doing 2.0 of our destination optimization initiative here in Bermuda. And then I want to have each of you have some key takeaways for your business of 5 things that you can do today with your Google presence online to make sure that you're maximizing your exposure and conversion with customers. Now, the Destination Optimization Program was founded back in 2017. You may have heard of it previously as the Google Destination Program, and we have really expanded that initiative to acknowledge that the travel planning experience is heavily influenced by the Google platform, but also a number of other major travel planning platforms. We have worked with over 270 destinations around the world on this program and have worked with over 150,000 businesses through evaluating their online presence on Google and helping them through training and optimization to have their best foot forward digitally when visitors are encountering them online. So destination optimization starts with the idea of meeting travelers where they are. In Bermuda, the role of this program is to expand the role of the Bermuda Tourism Authority to be providing value to the individual community businesses throughout the industry through education and training. And by doing so, we're going to hand-in-hand promote a positive visitor experience across those major travel planning platforms. Now, when we look at what it takes to bring a customer into our business, marketing to drive demand is only half the equation. Whether we're talking about bringing visitors to Bermuda or bringing someone through the door of your business, we always have to start, we learned this in school, right? Our marketing funnel. We start with awareness and interest before we get down to that conversion factor. Well, marketing to drive demand is important. It's where we create that awareness and interest, but it takes customer confidence to be the tipping point that brings folks through the door. Now, the pandemic made that idea of customer confidence even more critical to conversion. Folks going down that marketing funnel of awareness and interest before they were ready to take action had a much bigger pause than ever before. Like, is this place open? Am I going to have the type of visitor experience I'm expecting? And so our online presence was really our point of reassurance and inspiring that customer confidence with our visitors. So this is what we mean by meeting travelers where they are. Has anyone ever planned a trip in a nice, tidy marketing funnel? Probably not. If your online travel planning experience probably looks a little bit like this spaghetti wad here, where you are interacting with hundreds of digital touch points along the way between choosing your destination to choosing where you're going to have dinner tonight. Now, along that path, you're going to encounter a lot of BTA's assets. Their website, their social channels, their advertising are all out there influencing that customer decision-making process, as is your website and your advertising and social media for your business. But our customers' experience is expanded across many, many other channels. And those channels may be the first encounter the customer has with your business. Places like TripAdvisor, Facebook, and of course, Google is the largest and most influential of those platforms. So Bermuda Tourism Authority is working on 3 primary objectives within destination optimization. And those are stewardship, where we are staying aware of the online presence of our destination and doing whatever we need to do to support a positive perception. Vibrancy, which is increasing the visibility of destination assets from a visual standpoint, and readiness. And this is the piece I'm really excited to share some new news with you today on a new program we're going to be doing this year around education and training for digital marketing for the businesses within our community. But let me tell you a couple stories about what stewardship can look like in action. This is way far away in Colorado. A destination called Basalt is known as a fly fishing capital, where their town sits at the convergence of two rivers. However, if you looked on Google Maps, one of those two rivers was completely missing from the map. And so the marketing message of their destination marketing organization was at odds with what was actually showing up in the hands-on experience. So we needed to work with Google Maps at that point to make sure that river was there on the map and in support of that messaging. Out in Arizona, the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community is a really unique native community in that area, but it backs right up to Scottsdale, Arizona. If you know anything about Scottsdale, it's a lot of high-end galleries and cultural experiences, and all of their assets were getting lumped into Scottsdale. So we were able to work to define the unique boundaries of their cultural experience and set them up as a destination in their own right with their aquarium, their golf course, their unique experiences in that market. So those are a couple scenarios where stewardship has made a difference in how the visitor is recognizing and perceiving the destination. Here in Bermuda, we are looking closely at the top things to do. There's 100 things to do that are featured in Google Travel for Bermuda. And we are doing a close audit and evaluation of those locations to make sure that they are complete and have compelling photography. And we're making sure that these locations have complete Google business profiles. There's a new section in Google Travel called Experiences, where their algorithms are choosing and putting together unique experiences for each of the major travel destinations in the industry. And so we are also monitoring and helping to influence the quality of the content there. Now, vibrancy is our pillar that is about photography. Do you know what happens when you rely on user-generated content in your photo galleries? Something like this. These are real photos that over the course of last several years we have pulled out of the photo galleries of top attractions, accommodations, and other travel locations around the world. They are very entertaining. My team, in fact, has a coffee mug with a collage of these images on it. Tell you a quick funny story. The year I ordered those coffee mugs, I received 9 of them. 8 of them were this silly collage. And the 9th one was an adorable photo of a little family and their baby. So I'm very afraid that little family and their baby got one of my mugs that looks like this, and someone in this world thinks I'm crazy. But instead, not only do we flag these images for removal from our photo galleries, but we're also contributing high-quality destination images into these photo galleries to really put our best foot forward and to provide trackable reach of these assets. So the Bermuda Tourism Authority has been doing this for a number of years. In fact, BTA is a level 7 Google local guide. They have contributed over 1,600 images into Google in the course of time. They're great, high-quality images for key locations around the island. That content has been viewed 87.8 million times across Google products, including Google Maps, search results, etc. So it's really a testament to the reach of the Google platform. Additionally, Bermuda was the first country to go forward and update their own Google Street View. The Google Street View on the island was out of date, and in 2018, we drove the entire island, more than 282 miles of streets, over 365,000 photospheres, to update the Google Street View across the island. That content has seen 79.6 million views, which is a 58% growth just since March of 2021. And so that update is not only helping with the visual representation of the market, but also improving the navigability for anyone who's requesting directions and navigating through the market. So if you've looked in Google Street View, you may see that the content you're seeing, if you look down at the car, you'll see Bermuda's branding incorporated into all of that Street View content. Now, the third pillar is readiness, and this is where we are really getting hands-on with the businesses in the community, because each individual local business in Bermuda impacts what our destination's appeal is when a visitor is planning their trip online. I'll tell you a story about how that can go a little bit sideways. Often we're encouraged to kind of go off the beaten path and explore new places when we travel. I did this myself in Florida, coming back from the East Coast, and rather than going through the whole Orlando area, we're going to take the back roads. We're going to see what's sort of out in the country there. And find a place to stop for lunch. And we found this place. It's called Clark's Fish Camp Seafood Restaurant. Looked very interesting, was along the way. The description says that it was stuffed wild animals preside over this popular creekside eatery serving fish, steaks, and exotic meats. Now, the kids were in on stuffed wild animals. My husband was in on exotic meats. Everybody was on board for a unique off-the-beaten-path experience based on their Google business profile. I mean, and who doesn't want to eat lunch beneath this beautiful display? Womp, womp, womp. We pulled up, and they were closed. How many of you have had this experience? You've been looking forward to going somewhere. Google says they're open. You get there, and they are closed. Very disappointing. And bad for us as business owners as well. Yext recently did a survey that found that 44% of consumers have visited closed locations as a result of inaccurate business hours just in the last year. And the really bad news is that 73% indicated they are unlikely to return if a place is listed as open online and they get there and they're closed. So you've lost them. They are probably not coming back. Google's research has found that when we have Google business profiles for our businesses that are complete and up to date, they are 2.7 times more likely to be considered reputable by a potential customer, 70% more likely to attract visits to our location, and 50% more likely to lead to a purchase. So that is where our education and training program comes in. I'm very excited today to introduce our Bermuda Navigator learning program for tourism businesses. This is going to be starting in 2023 and is focused on digital marketing for the businesses in Bermuda. Our goal is to improve the awareness and use of the leading digital marketing tools for your businesses that is going to create results for your tourism businesses, but also in the end provide a positive experience for our visitors. So let me tell you a little bit about what you can look forward to as a part of the Navigator program. We named it Navigator for a reason. This is a journey of learning and enrichment, and it's one that we envision as a continuing journey for the businesses within Bermuda. These platforms are changing on a regular basis. New ones are becoming important to us, and this is going to be an ongoing learning experience. We're going to focus in on specific topics, and as a business owner, by engaging with the learning program, you can kind of earn your stars as a part of the Navigator program. You're going to take away strategies and really tactical best practices of things that you can do today to improve your conversion and business outcomes through your online presence. And we know everyone is very busy right now and has a unique ability to be able to engage with something like an education and training program. And we've taken that into account. So there are a balance of options available that are both virtual and at your own pace, as well as hands-on, one-on-one support, and we'll be coming back and doing an actual in-market training session this spring as well. So looking forward to doing this with everyone in 2023. Our first emphasis in the beginning of the year is going to be on the search platforms, Google in particular, but also the Bing platform as well in early 2023. And later in the year, we are going to open up our lessons surrounding TripAdvisor, which is also a very important platform for the travel and tourism businesses in the industry. So businesses who choose to participate in the Navigator program are going to begin by receiving your own custom report card that gives you a very simple summary of where you stand right now on these platforms. Has your business profile been claimed? Is the information complete? What's your current review rating? When was the last time you did a post on your Google business profile? This is going to help you understand where you stand right now, and it's going to give us a benchmark to gauge the impact and improvement the program has on our industry's businesses over time. Some other things you can look forward to. One is customized one-on-one assistance. We started a program at Miles during the pandemic called Office Hours because we weren't able to meet in person like this. I wasn't able to sit down after a session like this with a business and help them troubleshoot problems they might be having with claiming their profile or something else happening on their Google or TripAdvisor listing. And so now we have these virtual one-on-one support sessions that are free to businesses to help them work through any questions, concerns, or issues that they have on the major marketing platforms. We are going to have virtual training opportunities. There will be a Bermuda-branded online academy for businesses to engage with the lessons about maximizing their exposure on Google, Bing, TripAdvisor, etc. These are all learn at your own pace, so if you work better after dinner or before your coffee or during your coffee, this provides that flexibility for businesses to choose their own pacing and availability for that training. But we are also going to be doing in-person learning. We will be here in spring of 2023 doing in-market, in-person workshops. Some people learn better and want to engage with this content one-on-one and face-to-face, and so we're really excited about having the opportunity to do that as well. Not only will you have point people within my team at Miles Partnership, but there will also be BTA team members who can help answer your questions and provide support throughout the program. The other thing you can expect are regular communications. We all have a lot going on, and so there will be a system that will remind you of what's upcoming in terms of the lessons. Maybe we just did a session on posts, something that will remind you to engage with some of the work that we just learned about. These are going to provide really next steps for you to help elevate your skills, specifically around digital marketing for your business. And I'm really looking forward to coming back and being here this time next year and bringing as many of you as can fit up here on the stage for recognition from BTA for earning your stars and being a part of the Navigator program. So I hope to see all of you as we participate in this program throughout the course of the year. I will be here all day. If you have questions or just want to give me your business card and say when this gets going in 2023, I definitely would like to be involved. But I wanted to give you some tactical tips for today as well, because we are here to talk about improving our online reputation on Google. And so these are 5 things that you should be prioritizing and you can do today to maximize your Google business profile. First, I wanted to share something that has happened recently in Google. Google never changes. We're always seeing new things released, certain things taken away, the processes around things changed. And a fairly major one happened in 2022. Now, the first thing that happened was the name changed. For years and years now, we've been calling this Google My Business, GMB. And I swear they just did this to mess up people like me who talk about this all the time so that we have to say Google Business Profile, and GBP does not roll off my tongue the way GMB did. But beyond that, it's not a terribly significant change. However, what did change that was significant was that this summer we saw the Google My Business app be removed from the app stores and no longer supported. So there now is no longer an individual app product for managing your Google business profile online. Those tools have actually been directly integrated into Google's products to make it easier to manage your location's information online. So if you have tried to use the app or go to business.google.com, you may have gotten a notification like this that says that it's getting easier to manage your listing online and to click through to manage your listing on search. So there are actually 2 ways that we can now manage our business profiles on Google. Those are through the search engine results page. If you're a SEO nerd like me, we call them the SERP, search engine results page. And if you are logged in to the account which manages your profile and do a search for your business, you're going to see this set of tools directly in the search results for your business that you can respond to reviews, add photos, update information, etc. The other way that we can manage our profile online is through the Google Maps app. So if you do prefer to do things on your mobile phone and like to use an app product, you can also use the Google Maps app. Again, you do need to be logged into the account that manages your business, not your personal account. But you want to look for your icon in the upper right-hand corner there and the option for your business profiles. That will allow you to choose from your business or businesses to edit that content. You'll then be taken into your Google Maps app listing, which again is the exact same content that shows across all Google products. And you'll have the tools here also to manage your profile, add posts. You can see that there's a reply button integrated directly into your reviews. So these are the tools that Google is guiding businesses to use to update their listing content now versus the standalone business.google.com, which does still exist. It has been said that it is going to be repurposed for agencies and for locations that have multiple business locations for their account. But definitely want to look at search results and the Google Maps app as to where you're going to manage your profile online. So 5 things that you can do to maximize your exposure. The first is starting with claiming your presence, updating your hours, checking relevant attributes, adding fresh photos, and engaging proactively. So let's talk a little bit about each of these. First, and absolutely most important, is for you to claim and verify your business listing on the major platforms. This goes for Google, but your business probably also has a presence on Apple Maps or TripAdvisor and some of these other major platforms. It's always important to claim and verify ownership of our business locations on these platforms. Otherwise, we're kind of left to the will of user-generated content on these platforms. The easiest way to check if your Google business profile is claimed is to go into Google Maps. It's much clearer in Maps. Just search for your business. Look in the About section for your business where it has, your website address and address and such. If you see this icon, you see this checkbox that says Claim This Business. If that's visible in your business profile, then your location has not been claimed and verified. And you need to do this first before you're going to be able to access the tools to manage your business profile online. The process is, in short summary, that you want to be logged into a Google account with which you want to manage the business. Click on this icon, and you'll be walked through a process to both raise your hand and say, hey, I'm the representative of this business. And then the verification process takes place by either mail, phone, or video to confirm that you are actually a representative of the business, sort of the way your bank or your wireless account verifies who you really are. So once we've done that, we want to look at our core business information and make sure that information is up to date. First and foremost on that list is check your hours. It is absolutely the number one thing our customers are looking for online. And think about your own behavior. What do you do with Google Maps? Is it open tonight? What time does it close? Is it open tomorrow? And having incorrect information in there can really frustrate our customers. There's actually also a tool within the Google platform that we can set our hours for any individual day out of the year. This was designed to help us manage holiday hours. And even if your hours are the same on a holiday, it's important to go in there and add those hours. You can see this example here demonstrates why. The first business did not verify their Christmas Eve hours. You can see it's showing up in orange, and it says, Christmas Eve may impact these hours. It basically says these might not be right. What it says in green, this is the business that went in and confirmed their Christmas Eve hours. It's showing up in green. It is correct. And remember we said at the beginning that confidence is what brings folks into our door? This is one of those little tipping points of customer confidence that we can influence through our online profile. This tool is also great for other special circumstances. If you need to close for a day because of a special event or a weather event, or open late, close early, you can go in and set those hours in your profile as well so that the information for the day is always coming up as being correct. The other thing you can adjust within here is your map pin location. Now, the location of that little pin on Google Maps is the source of all directions to your business. And we've seen many instances where if that pin is kind of in the wrong place, the directions people get to your business can be a little bit wrong or a lot wrong. We had a circumstance in the South Pacific where the map pin was in the dead center of a campground, which made it closer to a smaller road that zigzagged up a mountain to get to the campground. Things you don't want to do in an RV is zigzag up a mountain. And yet that was the address, that was the driving directions that they kept getting for this location because of the location of the map pin. So by dragging that map pin closer to the main entrance, the navigation directions created by Google were updated to better navigation for that location. Number 3 is making sure that we are checking for relevant attributes and categories for our business. Most of our businesses are not just one thing. There's usually other categories that our business falls into. The more relevant categories you fall into, the more likely you're going to match with more customer searches. Each business category on Google also ties to dozens of different amenities and attributes that you can choose for your business. These get updated all the time as well. So it's important to go in there periodically and see that you've got all the categories and attributes for your business that apply. Sometimes it's important to even identify things that we don't offer or don't have in our attributes. Pets welcome is a great example of this. Many cases we don't want to assume that just because we have an outdoor patio that Puppers is invited to come join us. And so by proactively saying this is not pet friendly or that it is, we can help mitigate customer service concerns in advance. Particular to the hotel and lodging industry, Google has become very proactive in sharing sustainability information, which has become of much more interest to travelers. If you are in the hotel space, it's worth checking out the new sustainability attributes that hotels can now choose for their location. This includes things like energy efficiency, waste reduction, and water conservation. So if you're proactively taking any of these steps in your lodging facility, do make sure that you have included this in your Google business profile as well. That is going to be another tipping point of confidence for your environmentally conscious travelers. Tip number 4 is to be adding fresh photos. Now, one of the things I see businesses do all the time when they first claim their Google business profile is they upload the 5 or 6 great photos they have of their business that they use in all of their marketing. And 2 years later, those are the only 6 photos they have ever uploaded to their Google business profile. Your customers want to see what's happening in your business right now. That's why things like TikTok and Instagram are so popular, because we're getting today's view of what's happening at a business. And in fact, we're seeing that Google's algorithms are also taking into account how frequently images get added to a business location as an indicator of its popularity. So you want to set yourself up to be uploading images, several times a month. Every couple of weeks, even just adding 1 or 2 new images to your business profile can increase your visibility. This is some research from an organization called Bright Local, and they took a look at the visibility of businesses compared to how many photos were in their Google Business album. Look at this. Businesses that had more than 100 images in their photo gallery had almost a 300% higher exposure rate to customers. Now, one of the questions I get asked all the time, we did see our silly slide of all the ridiculous photography that our customers for some reason feel the need to upload to our business locations. What do we do about them? Well, it is good to take a look at the photos in your photo gallery that are marked as by customer or from your customers. You can do that by clicking into your photo gallery and just taking a look once in a while. Never know what you're going to find. But what do we do about it? So, our friend here decided it was really important to post a photo of the toilet. We don't maybe really want that in our photo gallery. So you want to look for this flag icon that's in the upper right-hand corner of a photo. You can click on that, and if there isn't a flag, there is a 3-dot menu over here that if I click on will give me the option that says report a photo. One way or the other, you're going to get this dialog, which gives us some reasons to ask for this photo to be taken down. Now, it can certainly be things like legal issues or things that are offensive or explicit in some way, but you can see there's an option here for poor quality. It's just not a good photo. There's also an option here for it's not actually a photo of this place. I've seen that in action a few times. I've seen hotel photo galleries that contained photos from demonstrations or car accidents that happened sort of right out in front of a business, that because of the location data in those images were getting associated with the photo gallery for the business. So those are situations where we would use not a photo of this place. Fifth and final tip for us today is engaging proactively. The chairman called out that today that looking on Google, we don't always see positive information. This is a tool where you can put positive messages about what's happening in your business and what's happening in Bermuda tourism directly into your Google business profile by using updates, by making posts. Those posts are going to show up within your business profile anywhere it's found on the Google platform. And it's free. It's like free advertising in your Google business profile. And up until last year, accommodations and lodging didn't have this option. But this year, the accommodations industry now has access to posts. Now, you cannot do special offers. However, you can do announcements and events that are happening at your property and have them show up in your Google business profile. And if you needed even another reason to be using posts on a regular basis, take out your phone and open the Google Maps app. There, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a button for Explore. Explore is going to show me the posts of all the businesses that are around me right now, so I can see their updates and their special offers. I'm also going to see customer reviews that have photos, as well as news articles that are specific to individual businesses. Responding to reviews is the other way that we should be proactively engaging with our customers on these platforms. What this chart is showing us is that all our major platforms grew between 2020 and 2021 as to whether customers are using them to evaluate a local business. Interestingly, the only one that went down between those 2 years was Facebook. Facebook actually became less likely to be the place that consumers went to evaluate a business. We've also found that, this is a study by Uberall, businesses who respond to just 3 out of 10 reviews have an 80% higher conversion rate than businesses that only respond to 1 out of 10 of their reviews. In fact, 80% of unhappy customers can be won over by the right response from the business owner. So this is what your businesses can do today to help maximize your exposure on the Google platform. Claim your business so that you can access these tools, update your hours, core information, attributes, add fresh pictures on a regular basis, and engage proactively with your customers. And of course, sign up for the Bermuda Navigator Learning Program this coming year. We are going to go into much more in-depth training of each of these aspects of maximizing your exposure on Google, as well as getting into topics such as Bing, TripAdvisor, etc. So I very much look forward to working with all of you in 2023. I am here and available all day if you have any questions about the program or have something going on with your Google business profile that you have questions about. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.